Good morning. All right, as you saw me do, I put some chicken in a pan of water. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to boil this. It's actually chicken pieces, and I got it from the food pantry. So I'm going to boil it and cook it and taste it. If it tastes all right, then we're going to go ahead and continue. But the goal is to make some creamy barbecue chicken snack. And mine's probably going to be a lot spicier than what you like. Always spice things the way you want them. But right now I'm going to let this cook. And I'll be back after I've cooked it and tasted it. Okay, the chicken is now cooked, so I just need to find a piece to taste. And this is what it looks like once it cooks, because it's actually pieces. They form it into a chicken breast so that it looks like a chicken breast, but it's not. So let's see if I can find a piece to taste. It smells fine, and it's cooked pretty decently. See if I can get some of this. There we go. Yep, that tastes like plain chicken. So I'm going to put this in here. This is about half a stick of margarine. If you've got butter, use butter. So butter would be a lot more amazing in this, but I just don't have it. So we're going to do this, and then I am going to put some spices in here. Let's see what we got. Ooh, cayenne pepper. So I'm going to start with some cayenne pepper. You do not have to put this in if you do not like heat. And we're going to put some onion powder in here. This is onion powder. I believe I got this from CVS. I did. In fact, this also came from CVS. I get a surprising a lot of my spices from CVS. This is chili powder, and it came from Dollar General. This is paprika, and it came from Dollar General. My pepper, this is pepper. It came from CVS in a 2-pack with salt. My salt's in the other room, but I don't need any salt for this. So there's some pepper. Where's the garlic? I see ginger. I see baking powder. Here we go, garlic. And the garlic came from CVS. So we'll see if this is enough butter to get a little fry on this chicken. And here's the thing that makes, say, cheap food into good food. It's going to be what's in your spice cabinet. So like this chicken, it came from the food pantry. But with spices, I can make it taste delicious. It's not bad chicken to begin with. I mean, it tastes like chicken. I'm going to do this. What was I going to do? I'm going to do something else. I don't remember. I might need a little more butter. Let me get another butter. Now, the chicken and the margarine came from the food pantry, but the spices I bought. All right, so I went ahead and put about 3 more tablespoons of margarine in here. The battery died, and I wanted to make sure that I got the margarine in before the chicken started burning on the bottom. Not that that's a problem, because the next ingredient is amazing. All right, I'm going to let this cook for about 5 minutes. And I think I'll put a little more butter in it. It seems to be soaking up the butter. So we'll do a little more. Hopefully that'll be plenty. And I'll set my watch here for about 5 minutes and let it do its thing. Set timer for 5 minutes. All right, I'll be back in 5 minutes. Almost forgot, I want to put the rest of that corn that I got off the corn on the cob in here. So let's put this in here. Now, if you wanted to do vegetables, I would recommend onions, peppers, corn. I bet diced potatoes would be good in here. All right, I'll be back in a minute. And if you don't have like potatoes, I have actually stuck like the cubed breakfast potatoes in there, the hash browns, and the potatoes O'Brien. I've actually put potatoes O'Brien and stuff like this. It's amazing. It's been 5 minutes since I set my watch. The corn is still a little frozen. Let's see what we got. That is looking amazing. Alright, so I am going to put in some other ingredients. Alrighty. So the first thing I'm going to put in here is this little bit of this beer. This is Miller High Life. You can get this. I got this for $3.20 with tax. $3.20 with tax. It's probably cheaper in your area because Indiana seems to think it's the new California. But if you can get some beer. So if you've got a couple dollars and you can get a hold of some cheap beer, I thoroughly recommend it. And it does not need to be expensive beer. In fact, the cheaper, the better. It's kind of like wine. If you're going to cook with wine, buy a cheap bottle. If you're going to cook with beer, buy the cheapest bottle you can get. Because that's going to impart the most flavor in your food. So it's not necessarily going to be a beer you want to drink or a wine you want to drink if you don't have too much money. Then again, usually if you chill anything, it tastes a whole lot better. Like this I chilled it so I can sip on it, but if you get a cheap bottle of wine, you can sip on that too. Alright, so we are going to let this cook in this beer for about, let me give it about 3 minutes. And what I want to do is reduce it down. So, set timer for 3 minutes. And I'm going to reduce down this beer. Alright, it's been a few minutes. Man, that smells good. Alright. Alrighty, so now what else am I going to put in here? I don't have any Worcestershire sauce. Turns out the bottle was old. Surprise, surprise, I got it from Dollar General, so it probably sat there for 100 years. Luckily, it wasn't that expensive, but I'm going to put a little soy sauce in here. Just a little bit. I still have this bottle of cheap hot sauce, so I'm going to put a little hot sauce in there. And does that look good? And finally, I have a bottle of cheap barbecue sauce. This is like $1.25 or something. So we're going to put some of this in. It's a nice smoky, sweet flavor. It's very good. All right, that should probably be enough. And we just want to stir that around until it's all coated. Okay, that looks amazing. Okay, I'm going to let this heat up for a second. This smells good. Look at that. I think that is just about done. Alright, I'm going to turn the fire off. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put a little bit of this sour cream in the barbecue, because that's what makes it creamy. And it doesn't take a whole lot. You don't have to go nuts. You can if you want. You can totally go nuts if you want. Let me just stir this in. There it is. Folks, this made a lot of food for one chicken breast, don't you think? So you get a little bit and you put it on your plate. Then you find some crackers. Oh, I'm running out of crackers for obvious reasons. Alright, so we're going to open up this sweet relish. Which I got from Dollar General. I'm going to put a little on this plate. There we go. And now what I'm going to do is get a little chicken and a little pickle. And we're going to see how it tastes. That's pretty good. I got an idea. There it is. I have an idea. I wish I would stop touching stuff, though. You know what this needs? A little slice of cheese. Now, all I've got is this American, so we're going to use the American. Just a little cracker-sized slice of cheese, a little chicken, and a little pickle. That's great. Yep. Definitely add a little cheese to it. It makes it much better. This is excellent. All right, folks. I am going to eat this. This is excellent. Um, and as always, if you liked this video, please like and subscribe. And I will bring another interesting video to you later. Have a great day, everyone.